Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen November update. What is happening this month? What do we have to look forward to? And what's going on at the 2954 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, the biggest in-game event of the year. But first, the winner of October's Drake Corsair giveaway is Matt P1337, or Leet, based on how you read that. Congratulations. The new giveaway for November is massive. We are teaming up with Lunar Wolves, an organization in Star Citizen, to give away 4 ships: the Zeus MR, an Ares Ion, Drake Corsair, and a Drake Cutlass Black. Just comment on any of my videos made during the month to be in for a chance of winning one of those ships. Also, if you fancy joining an organization, there is a chance to win an RSI Polaris if you click on the Lunar Wolves link down below. Thank you so much to Lunar Wolves for sponsoring these giveaways. They get recruits, you get some spaceships, everyone's happy. We are in the wake of CitizenCon this month, so I'm still making summaries and deep dives into all that was talked about. The Squadron 42 demo they showed was incredibly impressive, but there's a 2026 release date on that. There is a push to Star Citizen 1.0 with tons of content coming from base building and space station building, crafting, new planetary tech, dynamic weather, new biomes, soft classes, monster hunting, MMO dungeons, 3 new star systems with Nyx, Castra, and Terra, proper insurance, death of a spaceman. Those features and more, including like dynamic server meshing, now appear on the Star Citizen roadmap for 1.0. But those features will be moved off into 4.x releases in the future because they will be coming, for the most part, before 1.0. It's just showing by the time that all of these are in, then we consider 1.0 released and there will be no more resets. Hopefully CIG will be updating the roadmap as well to show Q1, Q2 2025 later this month maybe. I've realised I don't have my digital goodies pack from CitizenCon yet, but it does say here that the pack will be delivered later this year as items are completed. So that could be later this month, maybe with 3.24.3 and the IAE, but we'll have to wait and see. I do have a load of questions and answers that I got at CitizenCon and around the bar citizens. I also had an office tour. We'll go through all of that at some point over the next couple of weeks. There's lots of patches coming this month as well. So currently they're testing 3.24.2a on the Open PTU. So this displaced 3.24.3. So there's a huge amount of bug fixes here. It looks like they're going to want to get that out to live next week. This is, or maybe even later today, I suppose. This is to address some of the instability issues and annoying bugs. It looks like some of the 3.24.3 updates have gone in here as well. There's still a load of testing focus on the Save Stanton global event, which could also turn up during November potentially. It has various phases and mission sets, including fleet battles, assaulting and defending distribution centers, which are my favorite because there's loads going on there, and cargo recovery missions. These missions can also be a bit intense. They sort of taken loads of different parts of lots of the previous mission sets and dynamic events, refined them and put them together. It's very well done. This could well be running during the IAE, maybe, things like that. We don't 100% know how they're going to be running this, if it's going to be before, during, after, and that's a good segue as well. So 3.24.3, another patch they're working on, which will again be turning up next week because they want to get that 3.24.2a patch out. This is the IAE patch for the most part. So other than some potential stability and fixes and stuff like that going in and optimizations, it's going to have the IAE ships and location sort of updated there. And I say there, that's going to be from the 22nd of November to the 5th of December at the Tobin Convention Center on Microtech, I believe. Each day, you will be having a different manufacturer take to the main stage at the Expo Hall. And that means that they will be showing off all of their ships, which will be purchasable on the RSI website. Also, anything that you can see physically in the Expo Hall, for the most part, will be rentable for free in-game. Next day, another manufacturer, more ships. That's how it plays out. There's some deals and money off and stuff like that. You might be able to get on some ships as well, some war bond offers. There's also going to be a free fly at the same time, so you can play Star Citizen for free, try all the ships for free as well. Limited quantity ships like the Idris, Javelin, Krakens, things like that go on sale, typically in 3 waves. So they start on their manufacturer day when the day starts, which is typically 4 p.m. UTC, historically anyway. You go on Aegis Day, 4 p.m, you'll be able to buy yourself a Idris and Javelin. They're in limited quantity. They'll be on sale immediately, and then 8 hours later at midnight, and then 8 hours later at 8 a.m. they'll have another 2 waves that you can purchase them on. It can be quite hard to get some of the more sought after ships, but please remember, you don't need to buy any of this stuff. You'll be able to get it in-game with in-game credits, or craft it yourself as well in the future. Only purchase if you want to go the extra mile and support the game. That's my suggestion. And of course, I'm going to be buying a couple of ships because I am a monster and don't listen to my own advice. There's also going to be some new ships turning up this year for sure. So we've got the Starlancer Max, which is a ship they revealed at CitizenCon. That's the big super freelancer cargo variant that's going to flyable. You've got the Mirai Guardian, which I believe is a hybrid heavy fighter. Again, that should be flyable at the IAE and on sale. And then you've got the RSI Polaris, which I'm assuming will be on limited wave sale, but it should be flyable at the IAE, and it's probably one of the highlights of the IAE because a lot of people want that combat corvette in game, and it looks like they've got it done. There are rumors of other ships that might turn up as well as either flyable or purchasable going on sale. The Crusader Intrepid, which might be a Crusader starter ship. You've got the Terrapin Medic, which I assume uses the Terrapin chassis and adds some medibeds to that, and maybe is built a bit better for medical rescue. And then the F7 Hornet Mark II variants may be turning up, but there could be some other stuff as well. And it's also quite possible that they're going to be like focusing on some like base building sales stuff as well, because they've yet to sell the Argo CSV fabrication model and the Starlancer BLD, the build one. The reconcepted Pioneer could also be on sale, which is now like a big mobile base, which also can build with extra large drones, space stations, and bases. It's really cool. I'm very glad I've got a Pioneer. Something I do want to talk about here, and we'll talk about more either in December, probably in December, is funding. So funding for Star Citizen is about 4 to 5% lower than the previous and best year, with this year's October making around $6 million less than the previous time last year. So last year they made $117 million for the whole year, and I do actually think that with a good Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, which this one looks to be, they could smash to around 125 million this year. That's my sort of guesstimate. It's important because Star Citizen needs to make money to develop their game, though probably a bit less than they needed previously, because they've moved a load of their operations over to the UK, but we'll get some more detailed financials in December. I believe it is cheaper for them now overall, but again, we'll have to wait and see. I do think they're going to have a particularly good IAE, and we could see the return of Jax McCleary and some great little Star Citizen shorts. They do like to do those around the IAE, so very much looking forward to that. The other major thing coming is 4.0. This is unlikely to actually be coming to live in November, but it could well go to open PTU, and certainly will go to wider PTU. So it's still on target for live by the end of the year, I believe, and throughout November it will be in testing. It's in EVOCATI still currently, but the major focus of a lot of CIG's resources is on 4.0 currently. Yeah, disappointingly, there have been some big changes to that 4.0 patch, where some of the major features, engineering being the biggest, I suppose, but also like fires and life support and some of the adjacent gameplay there, got delayed to a 4.0.x build. I believe that's the plan. Part of the 4.0 cycle, just coming like early Q1, I believe is the plan. That's what it sounded like. One of the features that I'm concerned that's slipping though, which I didn't mention there, was the transit system refactor. So this was to get trams, elevators, and that sort of stuff in line with server meshing and generally just in a better state for players. And the fact that that slipped means that the initial build might have some additional issues, but I also suppose it means that they're putting it in the extra time to get that refactor in to potentially more permanently fix problems that might occur. Alpha 4.0 is still going to have its main bits with pyro, jump points, server meshing, contested zones, which are absolutely massive, and that's a huge amount of gameplay there. Massive space stations, asteroid bases, space cows, new locations as well beyond that, and tons of new missions, factions, and more. We will be covering all of that and all of those patches and patch notes where relevant, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo each day, new ships and vehicles, more bits from CitizenCon. I think Inside Star Citizen and Star Citizen Live should be turning up again next week. We are going to be getting involved with the Save Stanton event and the 4.0 Pyro playtests, getting some videos out about our play in those. Very, very excited. November is very busy as a month in Star Citizen, at least towards the end. It depends on if they start to expand out EVOCATI and some of the stuff like that, whether or not it's going to be busy earlier. Health and personal stuff. I've had a cold or flu since CitizenCon. It hasn't fully shifted yet. My back's also killing me. I apologise for the extra nasal audio in my videos. I am going to be going on holiday with Zin and some of our best mates next week. I say holiday, I'll still be doing some quick news videos throughout. We typically go to Airbnbs and like centre parks, places like that, and then play a load of board games and couch co-op and couch sort of video games and eat a load more than we normally would. Really looking forward to that. I do also want to say a massive thank you to everyone that goes the extra mile in supporting the channel, using the join button under my videos and becoming a channel member or being a Patreon or just even liking, subscribing, leaving a comment saying, I like this, I don't like this, or talk about this. Things like that really help me guide the content where you potentially want it to go, but give me ideas for a load of stuff. And you guys have been so supportive over the many years I've done this, whether this is your first video or your 3,000th that you've watched. It is genuinely appreciated, and I hope you had a great CitizenCon. I hope you saw some amazing stuff there. Tell me if you're super disappointed by the changes to 4.0, or you're like, well, actually, it's only a delay of some of the features until a little bit later. That's fine. Get 4.0 out. Are you really looking forward to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo? Is there anything that you want to pick up there, whether it's a new ship or one of the limited ships? Are you going to be trying Star Citizen out for the first time or trying to get some friends involved? Or don't you think it's the right time for that yet? Whatever your thoughts or questions, chuck it in the comments below. And something else you can do to help support the channel as well, clicking on the links if you want NordVPN or Tobii Eye Tracker, great. If you don't, then that's also okay. Hope you have a great November. Welcome to the Intergalactic Nord Expo, where there's only one vehicle here, the vehicle for better internet security, accessibility, and privacy. I wish I could watch Netflix in Japan or Pyro or whatever. Boom! I can, and I'm so protected. It's not a concept. You can fly with nordvpn.com/BoredGamer today. And with NordVPN, you don't need any variants, but it is pay to win because you need to buy it or get a subscription and then you win. Use the links below to get massive discount. November is all about the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. We've partnered with the Star Citizen organisation Lunar Wolves for a massive giveaway. Commenting on any of my videos during the month gets you a chance to win one of 4 ships, a Zeus MR, an Ares Ion, a Drake Corsair, and even a Cutlass Black. All courtesy of those beautiful Lunar Wolves. But wait, there's more. Sign up to the Lunar Wolves recruitment page, link down below, for a chance to win an RSI Polaris with lifetime insurance. They're recruiting, you might be looking for an org. I'll chuck some further information and terms and conditions and stuff in the video description as well. Don't forget to click on the join button under my videos. That goes a long way to help support the channel. Thank you so much to you that have already done that. Zin and I play a load of games after work and stuff, and we want to chuck those up for people that have gone the extra mile to support us either on Patreon or via that join button. Just remember to like and subscribe as well. Comment, ask us some stuff. Thank you so much for everyone that supported the channel, whether it be for a day or for the last several years, a decade. Oh my God, we've been doing this for so long. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great November and Intergalactic Aerospace Expo.